Hi guys, this is Sana from Sana Makeup. How are you all today? So this is my no makeup look. This is what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do. It is involving a little bit of foundation, a bit of concealer, powder, bronzer, but keeping it really quick, keeping it really easy for you guys to do. So I hope you like it. Let's get into it. So I have already gone in with my eyebrows. Before that I have cleansed, toned, moisturized with my favorite products, and I do not have the best skin, guys, as you can see, breakout. So let's start off with my primer. I always use a primer. I always use the Urban Decay Optical Illusion. It's slightly thick, which is why I only need a little bit of it. This is just going to go on my nose. This is going to smoothen out any of your little bumps, so when your foundation does go on, it just looks a little bit more flawless around your T-zone area. And if you notice, that's it. I'm not going to put my primer anywhere else. I'm going to reach now for my foundation in the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I have two shades. So Aruba is a little bit more warmer. I like using this just on my T-zone, only because, as you can see, I have dark circles. I'm then going to use the shade Barcelona, which is a little lighter, and this is now just going to go right underneath. Literally just using a little bit, mixing that in, and that's it. That wasn't even 2 pumps, it wasn't even a whole pump, it was literally a little bit. All I'm going to use on my skin to buff my foundation out are brushes today. Generally a range of Real Techniques, Bobbi Brown brush, Huda brushes, Morphe brushes, and just brushes. I genuinely believe that if you do want a nice glass skin, you need to use brushes. Beauty blenders are great, but it's also just gonna suck up a lot of the product, and therefore you're gonna think that you need to go back and use more of your foundation when really you don't need to. So Real Techniques brush in the buffing brush. I think they've stopped doing this, however I've just got it from Superdrug. So literally just gonna push that underneath my eyes, on top of my eyes, and circular motions just into my skin. Slightly thicker, but not heavier on the foundation. A lot of people think that thicker, more matte products are a lot heavier on the skin. Some are not, so something like the Huda foundation brush, because it works a lot better. Always use an eye cream, guys, especially when you're going to put your makeup on, and blend whatever you have left on the brush. I literally haven't used a lot of foundation at all. Then I'm going in for my concealer. Again, Urban Decay, loving you guys, in the shade Light Warm. I do like to go a little bit lighter underneath my eyes, but again, just taking a little bit of the product, then down my T-zone, on my chin, and just above. Don't I look beautiful? Again, Real Techniques brush in the Expert Face brush, slightly more denser, so you really can get underneath the eyes, pushing that outwards, and almost doing your triangle. Take that above as well. Guys, not going to do any lashes on today, so keeping it really minimal. Now going on to my contouring. So contouring can involve using a cream or using a powder. I love using both, but for today I'm going to keep it quite simple and just go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick in the shade Walnut. So using Real Techniques brush again, you know I'm loving these, and it's contour brush. Like I said, makeup does not have to be so complicated. Take the stick, use your fish. Let's do fish. I'm gonna go there. Okay? I'm gonna do this bit first. Literally just buffing that in. Circular motions. Remember, contour stays upwards. We don't want to take the contour down because that's not going to give you that two-dimensional face. We want to give you those cheekbones that I know you all have. Some of you are blessed with much nicer cheekbones than me, but that's okay. I love you guys anyway, it's fine. We're going to take that brush and just go like this, stroke it, and then we're going to just push that into the nose. Looks a bit crazy, I know. And then we're going to buff that out. And then we're just going to take a little bit more. I don't have a big forehead. Whereas if you do have a big forehead, you contour more and you bring it lower. Okay, but I don't need to do that. I'm going to go in with a little bit more bronzer, a little bit of the contour, circular motions, And just take that underneath as well. For me, for an everyday, that's enough. What I'm going to do is go back to my concealer brush and just buff out any of those lines, because now what we're going to do is bake. No, not baking cakes. I'm not very good at that. If you know me, guys, I'm not very good at baking cakes. In fact, I'd rather just go to a bakery store and get some cakes. But what we are going to do is bake. So what I'm going to do is use a double-sided baking brush. I'm going to take the fluffier side because I don't bake. I like brushing it on like this and buffing it out. That's it. You can pack it on and leave it for as long as you want. I like to just pack and buff, 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 pack and buff. And what baking essentially does, takes rid of any of that shine, sets everything. It gives you that little bit of an extra hold, gets rid of any fine lines. I have been asked so many times, I get so many fine lines, I get smile lines, how do I get rid of that? If you're gonna smile, which I strongly suggest you do, please don't stop smiling. You're gonna get fine lines, okay? What I'm gonna do is just push that underneath my contour, and now I could keep that there, but again, I like to just buff that out so it's not so sharp. I'm going on top of my contour as well, and that's my baking bit done. I have noticed a lot of people have stopped using blusher, and I don't know why. I think it's such a nice thing to have on your skin. It gives you that little bit of rosiness. There are many blushes out there. I would suggest going in for a matte blusher. Recently what I've been doing is going in with eyeshadows as blusher. So when I go out and do my freelance, my clients, I don't have a lot of blusher range with me, but I do have loads of eyeshadows. So I literally just go in with a bit of blusher. So today this is the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette, the eyeshadow, and all I'm going to go in is with the two shades here, and all I'm going to do is dip them in. Now remember, if you know anything about Huda Beauty, the pigment is insane, and that's a lot of eyeshadow on this brush. And again, this is the Bobbi Brown Face Blender, okay? And I'm buffing it into my skin, doing a little bit of a smile and pushing that, and look how nice that looks compared to that side. And that's it. I do like setting my skin with a makeup setting spray. Now there are plenty of setting sprays out there. You've got the Urban Decay makeup setting sprays, you've got the Huda Beauty Ultra Matte, long wear, waterproof, loads of different setting sprays. But because my skin is combination to oily and sometimes dry, I like my skin to look dewier. I feel like the older I'm getting, the more I want hydration to my skin. So I go in with the Quick Fix from Urban Decay. It's got coconut water in it and it smells amazing. It smells like you're on holiday all the time. And I literally take a few sprays of this. Wakey time. Oh my god, that smells so nice. And as my skin's a little bit more wet, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty highlighter palette in the Golden Sands. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. This is an Urban Decay brush, and it's just a nice blending brush. And I'm literally just going to mix a bit of Tahiti and seashells together and just push that and blend that into the skin. Push that and then blend it. Don't be afraid to use your fingers when you have to. I just don't advise it with foundation because you're just not making the most of the product. If you're going to put your foundation on with your fingers, you're putting it on, you're taking it off at the same time. Next thing you know, you've got to go wash your hands and most of the foundation's gone down the drain. So with a brush, you're buffing it right back into your skin. But with highlighter, you can literally blend. I push some of that underneath my eyebrows. And that's your highlighter, contour, concealer, foundation done. I told you beforehand that I love using cream bronzer and powder bronzer, and all I'm going to take just to give a little bit of colour on my eyes is take the Bronze Goddess powder bronzer with Estee Lauder in the shade 04 Deep, and literally just going to take a little bit of that colour and just push that into the eyes so that it just gives a little bit of colour and gets rid of any creases that are on the lids as well. So just keeping it really soft and just gives your eyes a little bit more of a dimension. I know I said to you I'm not going to put anything on my eyes, but hey ho. That's all I want. There's just a bit of something on my eyes just to give it a little bit of colour. Gonna go in with my mascara. Forever my favourite Perversion mascara, Urban Decay. It's bigger, it's bolder, it's badder, and that's the catchphrase for it, guys. This is a black. mascara. And I'm just gonna start coating my lashes. I like to go downwards and then upwards and space that out. See the difference? I have lashes. I don't have lashes. Coat them at the bottom. Last but not least, ladies and gents, there's a little bit of lippy. Urban Decay, you guys need to, you know, holler at me right now because I am now using Urban Decay liner in the shade Liar. It's my favorite liner of all time. Literally just following it through. And if you go through my Instagram pictures all the way to the bottom, you'll see my lips. My lip shape have changed only because I overdraw. I haven't put any lip fillers in. I might do one day. What do you think? Lip fillers? Yes? No? Let me know. I know someone who would say no right now. Right now. No. Ha! So it's a little bit messed up right now. But I'm going to go with my Huda Beauty Power Bullet lipstick in the shade Interview. The most nudist nude in there. A nice pinky nude. And it's a matte. So it's still a velvet matte, but it's not as drying as a liquid, which I love. And it goes on as easy as that. And what we're going to do, we're just going to go back with the liner. Sorry, if there's one thing I'm OCD about, it's my lips. No makeup done. Let me just sort my hair out. It's so long! No makeup, using literally the least amount of products. And not a lot of the foundation either. I've gone in with basically nothing on my eyes but a bit of bronzer, some mascara, and just keeping it so simple. I really hope you like this. This is the first time I'm just talking to you all lovely people. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I will really try to answer your questions. I have loved doing this video. I'm going to hopefully do more and more, and I know sometimes I'm a little bit lazy and you don't see me that much, but life takes over. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.